Hello everyone, welcome to 2025 and welcome to this year's first edition of Investment Trends, where we discuss the latest news in the stock market and the economy. So it looks like on Friday the stock market is in for a good day and it's making back some of the losses that we saw earlier in the week. However, for the week, it looks like the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are both going to be down slightly around 1%. What was deemed the Santa Claus rally that we typically see at the end of every year looks like for this year has not come to fruition, with most of those gains occurring in late November and early December. However, we do see some stocks that have a lot of momentum heading into 2025. So to look back into 2024, here were some of the biggest winners on the year. We saw Tesla, Netflix, Nvidia once again, and Palantir. Also, one of the biggest winners on the year was Broadcom, as the artificial intelligence craze and the chips craze continues on. Just to highlight some of the big winners from last year, Netflix, if you look at the stock performed very well and it has a lot of momentum heading into 2025. One of the big things that it was able to accomplish this year, it had the most watched live stream sporting event outside of the Super Bowl, and when we saw the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Also, Netflix hosted 2 Christmas Day NFL games, which were big revenue boosters for them as well. They're starting to add advertising onto the platform in the form of commercials. So a stock that has a lot of great momentum and is definitely winning the streaming wars so far is Netflix. Looking to a couple other names on this year, JP Morgan had a great year in financials. That stock performed very well as Goldman Sachs. If you look into the financial sector, those two banks seem to be positioned well with the new administration because of any uptick in M&A or deal activity that we may see heading into 2025. Obviously, the large cap tech company names have still continued to be a leader in the market. However, we saw a little bit of uneasy news come out of Tesla this week as they said that their deliveries had actually declined for the most recent quarter. So Tesla definitely saw a very sharp increase post-election. Many people pointing to the relationship between Elon Musk and Donald Trump having a huge impact on that company. Pre-IPO stock, they are not going to IPO this year, obviously, was SpaceX. So SpaceX is another company to keep an eye on as the valuation for that continues to get higher and higher. Lastly, in the news, if you're looking for a sector that might be a little bit down and could be a potential buy opportunity, would be the energy sector. So looking at companies like ExxonMobil, Chevron, could be posed for a good turnaround in 2025 as the U.S. tries to become more energy independent. So that's all I've got for this first edition of Investment Trends. Leave a comment below if you can think of any stocks or any certain sectors that we should be looking at.